Arrival of a special visitor to Dallas ISD, The Rock.
It's the Dallas Independent School District.
Right here on
School Zone Dallas.
Well, Season 3 of School Zone Dallas returns to Channel 8 tonight with the premiere episode. It features the latest news and information at the Dallas Independent School District. Now, two students who are part of the reporting team are going to join us on the show right now. Paula Teague is a senior at Skyline High School. She's the captain of the drill team. She has a green belt in Taekwondo. She's a member of the National Honor Society. That makes her tough right there. Also, Matthew George is a senior at Woodrow Wilson High School. He's been the class president for 4 years. He's the top-ranked student at Woodrow Wilson. He's also involved in theater. We like him a lot. They're here with a preview of the show. Nice to see you, Paula.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you, Matthew.
Nice to see you.
Okay, we'll just jump in and have a gab fest about this stuff because the show is really cool and it's really fun to be on. Is it hard to become a reporter for that show?
Oh man, there were about 80 people who tried out for this reporting spot on School Zone Dallas, and I was so ecstatic when they told me that I was going to be a reporter. I was screaming on the telephone. Everybody heard me in the office. It's been a blessing.
I think it's better than American Idol.
Yes.
I do. I think it's better than that. Okay, you have a story where you went to Thunderbird Camp, and I want to talk about Thunderbird Camp because I know it's a camp for children with disabilities, but you know, what's going on at Thunderbird?
I had a privilege this summer. It's a camp that goes on for about 6 weeks during the summer, and at the end of this camp, there is a special program called The Art of Thunderbird, where the students with disabilities and the students with non-disabilities work together to show off their many different talents. And I also had a privilege to meet the wonderful lady named Miss Johnny Keglin, who started this camp, and she's wonderful. She's a wonderful person. It was a wonderful experience. I got to see the students practice for singing in the choir during the show. So
isn't that
it was
cool?
wonderful, yeah.
Now, when you hang out with some of these students, you feel like this is really a worthy time for them. They're liking going to Thunderbird Camp, as opposed to I want to get out of there.
Yes, they fit in. They feel appreciated. They feel that, like, hey, I am somebody, and that I can do just as well as somebody else who might not have a disability.
Did you know anything about Thunderbird Camp before you got this up? Didn't even know it existed?
No, I did not. And that's what I like about School Zone Dallas, because it opens your eyes to different things that are happening in the community.
Yeah. Okay, Matthew. There is a bunch of new schools, and I was reading this the other day. I don't know what the number is. I think it's 10 or 12.
I think there's actually 12 new schools being opened this year.
In DISD.
In DISD.
Okay, explain a little bit about what kind of schools and what's going on here.
It's the most schools opened at the same time in the state of Texas. All 12 this year.
Ever?
Yeah, and all 11 were completed and opened at August, and one is going to be opening in November. But it's 10 elementary schools, 1 high school, and 1 middle school.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now, when you go, did you go out and visit some of these new schools, or how does this story work that you're doing?
We, another anchor and I, we went to a school and we did it all there, and we did some voiceovers for the clips. I haven't actually seen the finished project till tonight.
Well, you're seeing some of it right here. Look at this. This is some of your story. Now, you know, I imagine when you open new schools, because I remember when I was in high school, we're thinking, oh, that's a cool new school. But I didn't really want to move out of my school.
Yeah, I mean, the same is true, I know, with, like, Woodrow. I mean, it opened in the 30s, late 20s.
It's a big old cool brick building.
Yeah, it's a nice brick building, and it's fun going there and with the tradition. And the new schools are just as beautiful. I mean, in 50 years, when kids go there, they'll feel the same way I feel about Woodrow.
Isn't that nice? That's a nice statement, because they will. At some point, they're going to have their own traditions and their own. I guess they have to come up with school names for their teams. You know, that kind of stuff, and all the new stuff that kind of happens. And I don't know if the food's any better. It's probably the same food in all the schools. Okay, what do you, this is just a question for both of you, and we'll see who jumps in first. But what do you love the most about working on television on this show?
You never know what's going to come at you, and it teaches you how to be on point on camera and to pronunciate well, and it's a privilege. It's a very big thing.
Was it scary at first being on camera?
Yes.
Did you like shake like a leaf?
Yes, I shake, and then there was a point to where we were filming the opening of the show.
Right.
And you have to stand there in the sun and talk and keep your eyes open, and I had to keep from blinking so much, you know.
Yeah, you can't be a blinker.
It was somewhere, it was in like Deep Ellum, and I remember I had a big breakfast and we were just like staring like right at the sun, and in the intro they speed it up, my eyes are blinking so fast you can't even see anything.
It's like, you've got 1 second. Okay.
But there's a comfort zone. There is a comfort zone in television. Like for a lot of us, I mean, and I don't know if we're in our comfort zone yet, but I think we are, because Brenda and Amy and I, this is our comfort zone sitting on this couch, where it's new for you. But your comfort zone is becoming doing reporting and working on School Zone Dallas, right? Is that true?
Yeah.
Are you getting there?
Yeah, I think it's fun because I've done like theater stuff at my school, and I remember when I first tried out, I was in front of the camera, and they were just like, tone it down, you're doing too much.
Were you trying to project to the back of the television? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, you know what? That's what they told me.
Hi, it's School Zone Dallas! You know, and you can't do that.
They made me watch a clip of myself, and I was like, wow, I am talking too loud.
Because it's just a conversation.
Yeah.
Like today, it's having a conversation. It's interviewing people and doing the things and asking the right question. Do you write all your own questions? Do you have to come up with your own stuff?
Actually, no. We usually have a script that we can say, but sometimes we do ad-lib. Certain points, there's a point when they ask us, you know, we can ad-lib sometimes.
Okay, if you could, this is the last question, if you could interview, I know The Rock was here the other day, it doesn't have to be a movie star, an actor, a music person, the whole world is out there. Could be Suri, Tom Cruise's new baby, who can't talk. But if you could interview anybody in the world right now, who would it be?
I would interview George Bush.
George Bush, the President of the United States?
Yes, I would.
Way to go, Paula. Do you have one question you could ask? You're like, why? There are all kinds of things. Oh, you think about that, Matthew? Anybody in the world?
You know what? I might pick Suri. Tom Cruise and Suri.
Yeah.
I think that would be an interesting conversation.
One would probably talk the whole time.
Yeah.
There you go.
Probably.
You can watch all of the premiere of episode of School Zone Dallas. It's tonight at 6:30. It's right here on Channel 8. It's good stuff. Brent?